Gashi Jadian. Oh, so wow, thank God. Please, I'm so sorry. It was actually technical problem. Reason we couldn't we just we I'm so sorry. Welcome. I don't know if you can hear me. Please just write it on the comment section. Let me know whether you can hear me. Please, it is very important. Write it on the comment section whether you can hear me, whether you can see me. Hello. Can you hear me, please? Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, sir, for your feedback. Okay, yes. Thank you very much for your feedback. I am so excited. I am so excited, and at the same time, wow, I needed to calm my nerve. My legs were already shaking when the network was just doing what it is good at doing. So I am really excited to have you here. And today being the first day of the Parenting Beyond Pattern Masterclass, you all are the real deal. You all are the real deal. I'm so excited to have you here, and I am I am so excited to know that there are so many people that believe in my dreams, that believe in my vision, and that want to hold my hands. We should go together. I will never take this for granted. So today is the first day of Parenting Beyond Pattern Masterclass, and it is the day one. The day one is strictly on breaking free from harsh tradition, breaking free from harsh tradition, and releasing outdated parenting method and building heart connected relationship with your children. So I believe you all are with your pen and your journal. Please, you have to just bear with me. At the process, I will calm down. You get it? So transformation starts with honesty. So I need to introduce myself to you once again. I am Magai Volvison David, founder of the Elect Parent Academy. And the reason why I introduced this class is because of the breach I am seeing in parenting. And I felt there is this emptiness I felt within myself. And reason why I had to start this class. I'm so grateful once again. So you can write on the comment section your name, where you're joining from, and one tradition that you want to change. One tradition that you want to change. Thank you very much. So the number one step in breaking free from harsh tradition is identifying the damaging parenting patterns. We all know that there is already a faulty foundation in parenting. Some people will say our parent did well, we turn out okay. My question here is, if our parent did well and we turn out okay, who are the parents? Who are the parents in the leader in the government? Who are the parents in our offices, in the churches, that are bribing, that are just full of corruption? If our parents really turn out okay, so that means our parents didn't do well. They just did their best, but they didn't do well. So identifying the damaging parenting pattern is one step to breaking free from harsh traditions. Example of the parenting patterns. Number one is beating as love. I remember I was once a mother that used to beat. Though I am not the type that beats a lot, but anytime I am beating, you need to see the frustration in my face. If I'm beating, you need to see how I am. In short, sometimes at the process, the cane will mistakenly hit my hand. And I was thinking, this is love, not knowing that I am still repeating the same pattern that we grew up seeing and that our parents raise us with. So number one damaging pattern is beating as love. Beating has never been a sign of love. For example, we are all married, and if your spouse came back home and noticed that you did something and he just start beating you, certainly you won't be happy, right? You won't be happy. This is also to children. So if you really love your child, then beating should just release this outdated pattern. The beating, it is not love. Beating is not love. The second example is silence as respect. I need to give you a very short story. What happened to me like 4 days ago? I wake up feeling so down, and all of a sudden, I receive a call from my office that my boss wanted to see me. So I now told my colleague, "You should tell my boss that I can't make it because I am not feeling fine." Then my boss now called back. He said he heard I'm not feeling fine, but I should just leave where I am now and come to the office. There is something happening right now. So I left. Immediately I arrived at the office. He was already yelling. I won't keep quiet. I won't keep quiet. I need to defend myself. Well, I understand that my colleague was brought up on with this mindset or this pattern of keeping silent as respect, and reason why we are passing it down to our children. They can't talk, even if they are right. They can't talk because they are feeling if they talk back, they will be named or tagged disrespectful. But that is not it. Silence as respect is an outdated parenting pattern. Do you know where we get all this beating idea from? Beating became part of African discipline through number one, some pre-colonial practices. Secondly, colonial system that normalize violence, especially in school. A survival-based mindset passed down through generation. Then fourthly, a misinterpretation of spiritual teaching. Spare the child, and spare the rod and spoil the child. Many people have misinterpreted this particular scripture. So I sat down one day, I was researching, like, there is nowhere in the Bible that I have come across a parent beating his children just because of love. Even when the prodigal son, when he came to his father to ask for his inheritance, I knew if it was this generation, he would receive beating of his life. Who you have joined bad companies, they are giving you bad advice. Who asked you to come? But the father left him to go. He went and realized his mistake and came back. So I want to urge us parents, I want to tell us that, you see, this Bible verse that says, "Spare the rod and spoil the child," is being misunderstood seriously. And someone said Jesus entered the temple and beat people. So, and I made my research, I realized Jesus didn't use this rod to even beat people. He was just chasing the bird and hitting all those things on the ground. So we should remove this idea of beating from our parenting. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever said or done something your parent did, even though you promised yourself you wouldn't? So many of us have said this, so many of us have passed through this. We find ourselves repeating the same thing our parent did to us. So these are the harsh traditions that we need to break from. Then after identifying the damaging parenting patterns, next is you should know the difference between obedience and connection. Let me define obedience in bracket external control. Let me define obedience, which is the external control, is the act of complying with rules, commands, or authority due to pressure or enforcement from an outside source rather than from internal conviction or understanding. That's obedience as external control. So most of our parents raise us with the pattern or the mindset of obedience as external control. So most of us do things when our if our parents are around, we are good children. But if our parents are not around, we become the us that we know. So these are things, as we keep parenting, parenting is very hard. And if you don't do it well, also is very hard. So you better choose your heart from now. Just choose your heart. So obedience Obedience as the act of complying with rules, command, or authority. And we have key characteristics of external control obedience. The number one characteristic is you get motivated by consequences. We raise our children to get motivated by consequences. If the child obey, most of the times the child obey just because he doesn't want to be punished or because he wants a reward. You see the number one characteristics. Second characteristics is authority dependent. Behavior is regulated by the presence or commands of an authority. So if an authority is around, you behave yourself. If he's not around, then you go back to your normal self. And if you sit down very well and reflect on all these things, you will understand that these are the patterns, these are the harsh tradition that we are being brought up with. And we are still passing it down to our children. We are still passing it down to our children. So we need to release all these things. Let us not raise children who will just obey us, obey our presence, but in our absence, they will do otherwise. Let us not do that. It is the results. It is because of this that we find ourselves in this kind of society. It is because of all these things. So I am asking us parents, and like I'm telling you right now, you should detest from using obedience as an external control. Instead of using obedience, you should get connected with your children. Instead of using obedience, get connection. The risks involved in external control obedience. Number one, it encourage people pleasing or rebellion depending on personality. That's the number one risk. You will just be pleasing people, trying to be a good child because you want to please people. So if you are raising your child in such manner, your child will just try to please his boss at work, just because he will do a behavior just because he want to please his boss. But that is not him. That is not real him. The real him is hidden. That is the number one risk involved. The second one is it can create a disconnection between actions and value. Yes. Then the third one is it doesn't prepare children to make wise choices independently. These are the risks involved in external control. So the best thing you can do now is to connect. That is why after mentioning the identifying the damaging parenting pattern, the next one I say difference between obedience and connection. So what I will now ask us parents to do is to now like take connection. Let connection be the real tools in your parenting. Let connection be the if you are connected with your children, I'm telling you, there are so many things that it won't be an headache to you. So connection here is an internal guidance in bracket. Connection in the context of internal guidance refers to the strong emotional bond and trust between parent and child that helps the child develop inner values, self-awareness, and the desire to do what's right, even when no one is watching. That was what I've been saying. So if you're connected to your child, you build a value in that child that will make him not to compromise on your value, like the value he grew up seeing, watching in their home. They will never compromise because of that connection. So the key characteristics rooted in connection, number one is rooted in relationship. The child feels love, understood, and secure. So if the child feel love and he feel understood, he will open up to you. I'm telling you this out of experience. There is nothing my children hide to me. Like even if they do something wrong outside, they will come back home and tell me. Like it reached some point that my husband was like, Bob, I'm not teaching these children to gossip. I say it is not it. We are so connected that boyfriend later, what in their class, they will call, my children will come back and come and tell me. anything that is happening, they will come back. Why? Because I have opened that connection with them. I am connected to them that they can't even hide anything to me. Then, secondly, obedience becomes a natural response to connection, not control. So, if you are connected to your child, the obedience will become natural. It will flow naturally. It won't be that stressful to you. So the first key characteristics I say rooted in relationship. Then the second characteristics is driving by internal values. So if you are connected with your child, number one thing that will happen is the child learns to make choices based on what's right, not what will avoid punishment. Remember, I said earlier that most of us, we were being raised by parents who prioritize external control. So we want to do things to avoid punishment, not because we want to do it. We felt this thing that we are doing, it is not good. Even God will not be happy. So this thing that we are doing, it is not good. Let me avoid it, not because I want to avoid punishment. Second one is I want to do this because it's good, not just because I have to. So if it is driven by internal value, your child will grow up to, I want to do this just because it is good and not because I have to do it. Let me do this. Let me show charity because I know it is good. Then the third key characteristics in connection is built through consistent presence. Regular bonding, listening, and emotional attachment helps the child build a strong conscience. Always listen to your children. If they want to tell you something, listen to them. Don't send them away. Don't push them away by saying, go, I am busy. No, listen to them. By listening to them, you will be the first person they will be eager to come and tell you how their day went, what happened to them. But if you keep sending them away, I am busy, please just go and busy. A time is coming that they won't even feel like, they will look for the next adult that they will tell them how their day went.